Hiya, I'm Hannah, this is Felix, and that guy's Baloo, and together we're Real Yoga. And today's video comes as a request from someone in the Real Yoga community for another Yoga for Tradies video. So I'm really excited to bring another tradie video into the Real Yoga library because there is really so much that can be done for tradespeople, and giving all of you guys and gals a chance to kind of chill your muscles out, bring a bit of love to the joints or any part of the body that needs it, and I'm sure you'll find somewhere that does. So when you're ready, grab your stretchy pants and I'll meet you on the mat. Okay, we're going to start today's practice sitting on the knees. Of course, if this is not a comfortable position for you, for some of you have probably already been on your knees so much already, you can grab a blanket to pop underneath the knees, or you can sit in a chair. For this first part, it's totally going to be fine, or sit down on your butt. So if you need to pause the video and rearrange yourself, go ahead. Otherwise, come down to sit on the knees. But rather than really dumping all your weight down here, can you find a little bit of a lift? So feel like your belly very slightly engages, and you try to find length lifting from the waist up so that we're not really dumping all the weight down into the heels here. So just bring a little bit of awareness to that. Same deal if you're in any other sort of comfortable seat. Make sure that you're finding this lift up in the chest, lifting the shoulders, but not bringing them all the way up to the ears. Great. And we'll start again with a little bit of wrist love. So take your hands out in front of you, fingertips facing up to the sky, and really feel like you can bend your fingertips back towards your face. And then from here, lock your shoulders into their place. So rather than really pressing them forward, finding a rounded spine, can you still contain this length through the spine? Shoulders go into their happy little joints and still press those fingertips back. Nice. Take another breath in here. And then exhale to flip the hands down, point the fingertips down now, but still can you point them towards you? Notice again if your shoulders or back started to move. Keep everything in line. Great. Another inhale, let's flip the hands up. And exhale, take the fingertips down. Nice. Just do this a couple more times with your breath. Inhaling, fingertips to go to the sky, and exhaling, they come down again. Nice. And then maybe the next time that your fingertips are pointing down, you might like to take your opposite hand and just give your forearm a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of extra love here. Nice. Just really finding some gentle movement that feels good. And then we'll take the wrists in a little circle, start to bend the elbows, and slowly bring the hands back to the sides. Nice. Shake it off. Then let's take your fingertips to the shoulders. Again, try to find a little bit of space between the belly button and the bottom of the chest. And then on an inhale, start to bring your elbows together. My words got totally lost in my mouth. Nice. Exhale here. And then inhale, can you continue a big circle up, 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 open the elbows wide. Nice. Squeeze them together. Inhale, open wide. Exhale as they come down again. Nice. Couple more times. Inhaling as the elbows go up, up, up. Can you try and bring them together? And exhale, lower. Squeezing them together. And exhale, lower. Bring the elbows together again. And then this time, instead of going up, we're going to go down, reverse the circle. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, elbows touch, bring them back down. If your elbows are nowhere near touching, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Beautiful. Notice this nice movement in the shoulder joint. Maybe not so nice. Mine's kind of creaking and crunching and doing all sorts of fun stuff, as per usual. Let's take one more. And exhale, release, give it a little shaky, shaky, shake the wrists again. All right, so if you're on your knees, stay there. If you're on a chair or on your butt, come to the knees now, and then bring your fingertips down to the mat and plonk your left butt cheek onto your left side. And then from here, move your feet. Felix is probably in my way. Excuse me, bud. Good boy, stay there. So that you've got your left foot up against your right thigh, and then your right foot is behind you. And keep that foot at about a right angle, so the sole of the foot faces towards the back of your body. Too much explaining. Anyway, all right, take your left hand down by your left side. Feel that your left butt is really grounded into the mat here. And then on an inhale, maybe you use your right hand on your right knee. Help your right knee up into the air. Nice. Take another breath in and exhale to lower. Nice. And we'll move with our breath. Inhale, opening that knee, opening as wide as feels good in your body, and exhale to release. Keep going a couple of times like this. Just finding as much space as is possible for you. Trying to keep that left butt still grounded. And maybe your foot comes flat on the mat, the opposite foot. Maybe that's just not even close to happening. It's all good. What we want to feel is this gentle opening in the inner thigh. So if that's happening for you, then you're doing it right. Nice. Stay nice and tall in the torso so that we're not like just hanging out down here. Instead, we're pressing away from the mat. We're lifted. Nice. One more time. Big inhale, breath. Open, open, open. And exhale to release. Beautiful. From here, take your right hand now to your left knee. Take your left hand behind you. Hey, monkey. And then inhale, find length through the spine. And exhale to take a bit of a twist. Twists are really nice for the spine. Really neutralizing. So even if you can't do anything else during your day, see if you can give yourself time for a little twist. Beautiful. And then coming back through center. And it might be easy to just flip the feet over to the opposite side. So this time the right foot is pressing into the left thigh and the left foot is flat behind you. The foot, back of the foot, bottom of the foot. I obviously can't talk today. It's all good. Facing behind you. All right, right hand next to the right hip. Either bringing that left hand to the left knee to help it up, or it can just hang out in space. And then when you're ready, inhale to open that knee nice and wide. And exhale to lower. Again, inhale, opening up through the hip. Trying to keep your opposite leg grounded. Nice. Keep going with your own breath a couple of times. Maybe the more you do this move, the more space you start to create. And again, notice if you're really dumping weight into your right shoulder, can you lift away? So I'm really only pressing my fingertips into the mat here. Nice. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And last breath. Inhale, open wide here. And exhale to take that knee all the way down. Left hand to right knee this time. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale as you find length through the spine. And exhale to move into your twist. Look behind you at your doggy dog. Beautiful. One more breath in. And as you exhale, come all the way back. And from here, we'll move onto all fours. All right, so give yourself some time to set up. Bringing the wrists directly underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. And in terms of wrist care, when we're on all fours like this and your wrists are a little owie, then something like this is going to tend to hurt them. If that's really the case, you can make fists instead if it's really too much. Or if you want to work on strengthening the wrist here, I would recommend spreading your fingers really wide and then really pushing into your fingertips and creating a bit of a suction like cap between the palm of the hand and the mat. And then over time, the more you kind of work with this really strong hand, the stronger the wrists are going to become as well. All right, so stack your knees directly underneath your hip points, your wrists underneath your shoulders, and then on an inhale breath, start to drop the belly, squeeze the shoulders together, lift the butt, lift the chin. This is called cow pose. And then exhale to squeeze the belly in round through the spine for a cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly. Find space in the front of the throat. And then exhale, opposite direction. Nice. Keep going. For me, cat-cow is good for every profession ever. It doesn't matter what you do. I could literally do this for like 10 minutes a day. Maybe I have. Nice. Take a couple more rounds. Just finding space along the spine. And inhale to come back to center. Nice. From here, we're going to send the right leg out long, flexing the back foot so that all 5 toes point down towards the mat. For you, this might be enough, or you can start to reach the left hand forward. Really switch the belly on here. Keep the heel of the foot in line with the hip and keep your hand in line with your shoulder. So we're really strong and engaged. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee, and squeeze them in towards one another. Round your spine here. And then inhale, reach it out. 2 more times. Exhale, squeeze everything in. Really important to really drive this core, support your core, which will in turn support your back. Really, really important for a tradie. 1 more breath in. And exhale, release back to center. Nice. And we'll go to the other side. So left leg kicks out, super strong here. Really engage the quad, the front of the thigh. And then you can stay here and just do the knee movement, or you can reach your opposite hand forward as well. Find length, length, length. Draw the belly button in. Take a breath in. And exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Round the spine. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice. Inhale, reach. Exhale. I forgot what I was doing. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale, let's come back to the mat and tuck the toes. Lift the hips up high, find downward facing dog. Nice. So you can pedal out your dog here, bending one knee at a time, twisting and turning through the hips if that feels good in your body. We won't be here super, super long. Just enough to find a bit of length in the spine. So the best thing to do is to bend your knees a lot and send your belly towards your thighs. Find all this length in the spine, and you might stay here with really bent knees. It's totally cool. Or you might work to start straightening through the legs, but keeping the hips lifted really high. Nice. Take a breath in here. And then on an exhale, squeeze your right knee in towards your nose, and then step your foot all the way up and in between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Beautiful. So here we're in a low lunge. You might need to grab yoga blocks, or even water bottles will do good for you here to find a bit more space. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned that in the beginning. But what we're going to do from here is send the hips back and straighten through the front leg. We want the back knee to be directly below the back hip. And that front leg doesn't have to be super straight. So if you don't have blocks or bottles or anything near you, you can keep your fingertips down and keep your front knee bent. You're still going to get a nice stretch in the hamstring. If you have got props, you can start to straighten the leg and then use your props to find length in the spine. Or of course, if you've got the space, maybe you can do both. Nice. So this is a big stretch. It's called runner's lunge, and it's good for this IT band, which is a common complaint in the trade community. And then wherever you're at, either with your block or your bent leg and your hand down, or whatever you've got going, bring your left hand down to the mat and then inhale to reach the right arm up high. So find an open twist here. Lean back, open the heart, take a breath in, and then exhale to take that hand all the way down to the mat. Roll your foot forward, come back into your lunge, lift the heart, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, press into your hands and come back into downward facing dog. Nice. Take a breath here, bend it out, wiggle, wiggle, whatever you need. And then inhale here. Exhale, squeeze the left knee in towards your nose this time, and then step that foot up in between the hands, drop the back knee down. Beautiful. So now we're in our lunge on the opposite side. Take a breath in, find length in the spine, and then exhale to send the hips back and the left toes up to the sky. Again, check that back knee is directly underneath the back hip, so you might need to walk it back a little more. And of course, if you're using your blocks or props or bottles or whatever you've got, go ahead and set yourself up. If your front leg needs to be bent, it's all good. Try to find length in the spine here. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, bring the weight into the right hand and inhaling to reach the left arm up to the sky. Find a twist so that front leg stays straight or close to straight as you're going to get it today. Inhale, really feel the breath move into the chest, open, open. And then exhale to tap the hand all the way back down. Roll the front foot forward, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and we'll step back into downward facing dog. Nice. Pedal it out, take whatever you need here. One more big breath in. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue, and let it go. Nice. And then when you're ready, come all the way down onto the knees. Bring the knees together. Bring the tops of the feet down to the mat. And we'll sweep the hands back behind us and find child's pose. Resting the forehead down to the mat. If that's not going to work for you today, you can bring your elbows down and just rest your hand in your chin in your hands. Or maybe you do little fists and make a pillow for your head. Just finding the version of child's pose that makes it restful for you today. Start to release your back. Feel that nice stretch along the back body. If your hands are behind you, can you drop your shoulders even further away from your ears? Hips are heavy. We'll finish with one more move that's going to feel really nice for our spine. So wherever your hands are, send them towards the front edge of the mat. Spread your fingers wide and place them down with lots of intention. And then start to walk both hands over to the right. Stay low here. Walk them as far as you can, and when you can't go any further, release the head and neck back down towards the mat. Keep breathing here, feeling this big stretch across the side body. Maybe you can feel it all the way from your left hip to your left pinky finger. Breathe into the stretch. Let your breath move your body. And then gently walking the hands back through center and over towards below. Watch out if you're practicing with pets or children. And once you can't go any further, release your head and neck down. And again, really sending the breath into the right side of your body, feeling that stretch across the whole right side. Take another breath in. One more exhale. And gently walk your hands back to center and then walk them in towards your body. You can stay sitting on the knees, or you can come down to your bum. Or you can come back to that chair. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. We'll close the practice here. I hope it was good for your body to move and stretch even just a little bit. Take care at work, take care at home. Give yourself some love. Give love to those around you. That's enough of me. Namaste.